It is the 18th of August of 2021, and I'm an international student who has made it to China. For many of you, this is probably not a big deal, but for many international students, they're desperately trying to get into the country. So, in this amazing little video, I'm gonna be talking about how I made it to the country and how the journey was, like all the procedures you have to do, everything. Now, before we begin, I'm Alejandro, and I recognize how privileged I am to be able to talk about this, and I am truly grateful that I was able to make it to China. And so just know that all of this is just informative, it's just from my experience, it's nothing official, and let's roll with the video. I am currently living in Malaysia, and it's currently 12 a.m. on a Sunday. Now Sunday. So that means that I have 6 days left in this country. And you see, the case now is that we're on lockdown. So that means that I cannot get my visa because the embassies are not working. And my visa is expiring as a resident here. So that means that I have to go back to my country. We have to leave Asia to go back into Asia, which doesn't make sense. But anyway, please subscribe, like, and yeah, just know that this is my first video recording. So please have some patience with me. So of course, before any trip, you'd have to take your PCR test in order to fly, and so this is what's going on right now. So in order to go to Colombia, you had to do a layover in Turkey. Can't really hear what I'm saying here, so I'm just gonna do it in the voiceover. Basically, we wore those shields, but we ended up taking them off in the end because it became too hot. And you don't have to go like that on the plane, it's just for extra protection measures. The flight from Kuala Lumpur to Turkey is around 12 hours. And basically, I got a whole aisle seat, which was something that was extremely nice. I was able to sleep. From Istanbul, Turkey to Bogota, Colombia, it is 11 hours. And it turns out that I didn't record anything on the flight. But basically, it was packed and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sleep. Okay. You're only allowed to take your face mask off when you're about to eat. And then I was actually surprised with the food from Turkish Airlines and the service they had. It was amazing. And after 11 hours, we landed in Turkey. We didn't know how long we were going to stay in Colombia, but we ended up staying for around 3 weeks, and we visited family. We had some fun, let's say. Got the visa sorted and everything done here. Now with everything done, we were all set to go to China, but to do transit in the USA. Of course, a beautiful baby crying in the plane, like always.
Please don't play with me right now.
Basically, you have to fill out some forms before entering the US, and they started calling passengers through rows in order to leave in an orderly manner. A little intermission. In Colombia and the US, you have to upload documents into an online platform provided by the Chinese government. In that platform, you have to upload a negative PCR test. If you're vaccinated, evidence that you're vaccinated, a antigens test, and then you upload, of course, the passports, everything. All that process is called a green code. You aim for that green code. And that is personally reviewed by someone. Once you're given that, you have to show proof that it has been green, both in the country that you're flying to and in the layover country. Colombia doesn't have a direct flight to China. So what you have to do is the layover in LA. And then in LA, you have to redo those tests again and show that you got a green code again. And in that platform, upload the same things and the green code you got from Colombia or the country you were doing a layover in the US. So that's why we had to spend 3 days in the US. Bueno, ya nos vamos para China. Sonrían. Saluda. We got on the plane and it was packed. And quite surprisingly, also the flight attendants were wearing hazmat suits. We sadly got seats in the middle, and on each seat, there's a bag full of snacks that you can eat during the plane in order to reduce contact with the flight attendants. And so then here's a little haul of what was in the bag. Yogur. You can't see it, but there was like 2 bottles of water, cereal bars, and something else. So after 15 hours from LA to Guangzhou, you have to, in China, fill out a form on WeChat, and you're separated into these little areas, as you can see in this picture. And you basically show your results later on, and that's why it was taking so long. They separate you into different groups and call you in an orderly manner. They give you a number. And then with that is how people go from there to show your results, to take the test, and then from there to go line up for the quarantine hotel and check out your bags. Once you're off, they disinfect your bags. And once you're inside your hotel, you check in and then you pay on the spot, yeah, with WeChat Pay or other Chinese paying methods, or at least for our hotel. So if you don't have that set up, I recommend you do. And once you enter, you're given a code for a WeChat group and then a whole pamphlet, QR codes like these. And then these are basically some surveys and other kind of like aids, you would say. And then you basically have to fill out those surveys, and then there's one survey that you have to fill out at the start and at the end. So I think it's the first one. So this one, I think you have to fill out for the at the start and at the end. So right when you leave. So you're in this hotel for 2 weeks. Actually, while editing this, it's now 3 weeks. You spend them in the hotel, and then later you get sent to your final destination.
Really?
Now, for those wondering, you may be thinking, how the hell did he get his visa? Why? How did he come to China? Like, how? Basically, how?
Just answer the question, okay?
So, I'm still 17, and I can classify as a dependent. And you may be wondering, whose dependent am I? So basically, as I said before, my dad got a job here in a school in China. And basically, he got given a R visa, and that R visa is like a high talent visa, and then you can bring as many dependents as you have, if that makes sense.
What?
And with that visa, since I'm still underage, he was able to bring me in. Since I took the advantage to also study in China, then, you know, it was all a coincidence. That's how I was able to come here. It's all very confusing at the moment, so that is why I am extremely grateful, and I was an extremely lucky person to be able to have this opportunity and be able to come to China. And yeah, but even within China, I still may not be able to attend my university because of, like, I don't know if my region is like a high risk area. A lot of factors they have to consider after entering China too. So yeah, basically that is the story. That is why I'm here in China. It has been very confusing, and then for so many people it has been impossible. The other reason how I think you can come here is through a regular work visa, but you have to get a PU letter that's like sent through like the person who's hiring you, and then it has to be sent through the embassy, and then you have to be resident in the country from where you're getting the PU letter from, and then for that you apply. So yeah, coming to China at this this moment is a bit way more complicated than anything, but yeah, it's gonna be worth it later on. So that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be uploading more videos about like kind of my Chinese journey throughout the years that I'm gonna be here. Maho will tag along hopefully later on as well and join me in these videos in person. And yeah, we will do more content about China, studying in China, everything you have to know before coming here. So this is like my first video, and yeah, basically it's a huge entry, let's say. So subscribe, like, thanks for watching, bye.